All right, so hey guys, welcome to the Evil Quacks Podcast. I'm Kevin, who I'm here without Brian because Brian is unfortunately sick today. But joining me is Alex and Andres. We're here to talk about Super Smash Bros.
Stuff is coming out of both ends.
What?
What? Oh, for Brian.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't know that at all.
Brian is dying, and but don't worry, he'll be back for the next episode once we resurrect him. We're
at
gonna
the church?
learn necromancy.
That costs gold, man.
Yeah, I know it's not cheap, but I need a co-host.
You know, that's I'm trying to make a Dragon Quest reference here, and I just wanted you to know that some games are real cute about it, because there's a funny. I just want to mention this because I've been playing Dragon Quest V because I'm trying to catch up. But what's really charming is there's a part where you get married, and the priest says, instead of "till death do you part," he says, "until one of you gets revived to the church," which is a big mainstay in the game. So it's really cute.
Yeah, I've been having the resurrection stuff playing World of Warcraft, just having to keep going back to a grave site every time I die. And then the god of death taunts me, and it's just like, wow, that didn't go quite to plan, did it? It was like, no, it didn't. Shut up.
I think it's a miracle that I still have not touched World of Warcraft.
I will pretend to be Brian and add in the digi thing from Borderlands 2 that makes comments when you respawn.
That's true, yeah.
You're welcome, Brian.
Yeah, and then just charges more and more money the more money you have.
Well, yeah. You have money.
All right, so Smash.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
We gotta first we gotta do Minor League Evil. You guys got stuff.
Oh.
I thought it was called something else. It was called Evil Deeds.
Oh, right, yeah. This is why
Kevin.
Brian usually does this.
Kevin.
What?
You're failing already as a host.
I am trying.
You didn't thank us for being here. We traveled all the way from our beds to a desk.
You traveled all the way, the long distance from your own home to your own home to be here today to record the podcast. Thank you for making such a long journey. I know it was wrought with horrors and dangers and lots of nights sleeping out in the cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put pants on for this.
Wow. I'm so sorry to put you through such an inconvenience.
It is very inconvenient.
Wait, I thought you put the pants on to go to work.
No.
No?
I almost had to.
You could, in theory, record the podcast without pants. We wouldn't know. You could just say that you're wearing pants, and we'd never know the difference.
No, I'm pretty sure he has to post that on the video.
Yeah, he has to put in little text at the bottom on it when the video goes up?
No, it's crotch shots.
Oh, okay.
Crotch shots for everyone.
It just
work.
Cuts it in when he says, I'm wearing pants. Just a picture of him wearing pants as, like, proof that he's wearing pants.
He would just grab any photo of himself.
But
he somehow grabs, like, the one that doesn't, so he grabs, like, a baby photo, and it's like, that's not... Hold on. There are no pants in this shot at all.
I was wearing pants at age 2. Counts for everything.
And I haven't taken them off since.
Same pair of pants.
They hurt.
All right, so Evil Deeds then.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm sending you guys a picture of my pants.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Good. Yeah. I'll make sure to put that in the edit when I cut this episode together.
I think we'll need to make another channel in this Discord that says...
It's just pants.
Important pants shots.
Pants.
What is that? You thinking of that one in the team one or in the Patreon one?
There's a story maybe. There. No,
all of them.
We need to make a new one dedicated just to it.
Just an entire Discord channel that's just
to pants.
It's the pants.
Discord pants. The Evil Quacks Discord.
I don't understand
pants.
why this is. Oh god, that text is him. Okay.
Yeah, it's my pants.
Well, there's the crotch shot.
There you go.
All right. So the evil deed for Alex is obviously shooting crotch shots and giving it to his peers and coworkers.
You're welcome.
This is a hostile
Yeah,
place.
I'm gonna have to talk with you about that, Alex.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
HR.
Yeah.
I'm HR Cowboy.
Do you want to have this talk now? We can do it right now.
I don't think we should have this talk live on the air.
It could,
I'm not comfortable.
it could,
discussing
no,
this.
we'll put it at the end. It will be the extended part of the podcast.
What?
Oh God.
Just talking with you about how you need to wear pants.
Yes. I was wearing pants, though. That's the thing.
We don't doubt you.
Yeah.
We have proof now.
Yeah.
You're like still trying to prove it, even though we've got the photo.
Oh no, I
evidence.
think the true
You've made
crime
this
though
very
is your
clear.
cable organization is terrible.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
Oh, do you have that? Why am I gonna look at the photo again? I'm not. It's like Kevin here's trying to trick me into looking at the photo again.
I like that it looks like you have flash turned on.
Oh, yeah, it is, because the lighting here is awful.
I'm glad he turned flash on the camera and not on himself. You know?
All right.
You know what I mean?
Well, anyway, evil deeds. So Alex's evil deed is the crotch shots, unless he's got something else he wishes to share.
No, I think that fits.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it with that.
Spices.
All right.
I've got one. I
Okay.
think. I've been trying to play Smash with my lady, but she doesn't enjoy it too much. And usually I end up stomping on her, and I feel bad.
That's probably why she doesn't enjoy it too
But-
much.
Well, yeah, like I tried even being like silly, and I was still like I was still doing well. And I could see that she was just annoyed in general playing against me. And she's not bad herself, but like I don't know. And so I feel bad, and I could tell like every time we did, it made her like slightly frustrated, or more. Yeah, and like and even especially when I 3-stocked her, that's unnecessary flexing.
Yeah, and you wonder why we didn't want to get Marvel vs. Capcom when you told us to get it.
Yeah, that pretty much
I've been
explains.
working on holding back. I've been working on it, and I thought I did a good job of it. But even when I was holding back, she was enjoying it too much. Like holding back enough that she was winning every other match, and I could still tell like to a degree was annoying because the way I would hold back would be like rely on one move and be like kind of silly. But I can see how that's still annoying because if I'm Pac-Man and I'm just playing fire hydrants and projectiles, it's still, even though that's easier to beat, it's just as annoying.
Yeah,
fight.
and it looks patronizing too. Like it would
Oh,
look
yeah.
very much
That's
like
true.
you're going easy on them. Like it's not looking like you're like
yeah.
playing it down, but not like trying to hide the fact that you're like taking it easy on them. That's very clearly like I'm giving you a severe handicap.
That's the conundrum, though. Because if I play seriously, or if I play like well, even if I'm not like super serious, I'm like eyes to the screen. I do so well that it's frustrating. But if I hold back, then I have to like do silly things, and those can be equally as frustrating and patronizing. So there's no win.
No.
Just there's no wins in the 1v1s. Because I'm sure even if I introduce items and whatnot, it would still just be like, because items can be their own like ridiculous like frustrating thing to deal with. So I'm pretty sure she just not enjoy playing games with me. Period. Unless it's like cooperative or relaxed, because like we'll play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee all day and be super chill about it. Although the AIs will always attack my Pokemon. So it's already unfair because the way Let's Go works is, the main player who's playing first player, they put in their Pokemon and then the partner puts out his, but the opponent doesn't get an extra
No,
one.
yeah.
In fact, you can join mid-fight, which we found out once. It was pretty funny because I accidentally flew away before a fight, and then I flew in the middle of the fight, and I could just imagine the trainer being like, "That's not fair. What's he doing?" It's like, no, it's okay. Like I'm joining the fight now.
It's like back to Ash's line like really, really early on in the anime about it. It's like, but Pokemon League rules say only one at a time.
Yeah.
Just blatant disregard for that.
We're not disregarding because it's two people. It's just the other person's fault for not whipping out a second Pokemon when it would be fair.
Yeah, that is true. They could just throw out another one.
Just to put it on them. God. Yeah, but they always target mine. It makes me feel bad. Because I got Nidorina out there and trying to get her Nita Queen. And they keep slapping me. While her Eevee is like a monster.
Yeah, so back on topic. My evil deed, I think, would be that I did put off finishing the World of Light mode in Smash until this week, uh, before we recorded the podcast, and then had to like fly through it because I got distracted with like several other games that I got for Christmas.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
What? Okay, first of all, that's not evil. That's called being a human being.
It's also
I procrastinated.
Yeah, procrastinator.
That's procrastination.
It's
It's all good.
It's not evil. The only thing you delayed was just recording this podcast, and that was about it.
Yeah.
What about the games you got?
What? I got
I'm
Detroit Become Human, and I played that for a bit. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. And then I got Just Cause, and I didn't like it at all. Like Just Cause 4, I just not a fan. There's a lot of escort missions. It's really boring. So I got that, and then I've been playing a lot of WoW.
Wow.
Yeah. I have to get my faction reps up before the next update comes out. And I'm close for most of them with the new expansion. So I gotta do world quests to make people like me more. I make the trolls like me so that then I can recruit them.
The trolls don't like you.
They almost like me.
They don't like you.
I'm like 3/4 of the way full on the tier below the max.
They don't like you. I don't like you either.
I don't like you either.
You best watch yourself. I'm a wanted man on 12 systems.
Yeah, okay. So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Those are...
Yeah. So then to segue into our main topic of talking about Super Smash Brothers, I really enjoyed Super Smash Brothers, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it now that I'm like giving it the time to play it.
Yeah, I love it. It's near like perfect. It's the best Smash, I think. Just I felt that like pretty early on. It just feels really good. Everything just feels great in the game. It looks really good. The single player content is like up to par. So there's been plenty to do in it. The only hiccup, of course, it's more of a hiccup being the online. But aside from that, the game's got a lot of nice features in it. I like how you can, make the rules and that'll be a preset. Things like that are really convenient.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just a lot to love, and I'm not even remotely close to being tired of playing it. It's incredibly replayable. So yeah, I'm super high on Super Smash Brothers Ultimate right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility in the rule sets that's really nice, and just a lot of ways you can do it however you want. Like whether it's through like the single player with World of Light, or just through your brawl setup, or just like there's so many different ways to play it. I don't know how they fit so much in content into the memory card. Like
yeah, it's a lot, and that was the biggest. It's the biggest game I had to download on the Switch yet, because I did get the digital because I knew like I'm always gonna open up and play this, so why have to grab the cartridge?
Because then you don't have to download such a big game file.
I got the big SD card, so I'm good for space. God, I said for the 100th time. What's wrong with me?
Don't worry. I'm not anywhere near having a notebook to count how many times you said
Oh,
43.
Thank you. That's unprofessional. Everyone should have a notebook counting ums. So that and the classic mode. I like how it's different for every character.
Yeah.
So there's actually like a reason to do it with every character, as opposed to before where it was just random or whatever. So you do it once, you good.
Yeah.
But now it'll be slightly different experience every time. And the little badge in the corner of the character box is a nice little like completionist thing. Which, yes, I have done all the classics for all the characters. I have done all the Century Smashes for all the characters. I've done all those. I am the second playthrough of World of Light, and I only have like 12 spirits to go.
I have not done that much. I think I've done 2 classics. I think I did the classic run for Mario and then the classic run for Link. Like the main Link, the Breath of the Wild one, just for clarification, since there's like 5 or 6 different Links. Like
When you say Link, we assume you mean the normal Link. It's either Link, Young Link, or Toon Link.
That's
Come
what I
on. It's not
thought,
that
but
confusing.
I've said it several times to people that I felt Link was kind of overpowered during the course of the last few weeks, and then they'd be like, "But which Link are you talking about?" I was like, "Well, I just said Link, so I meant regular Link."
Yeah.
Clearly, if I meant Toon Link or Baby or Young Link, I would have specified.
Yeah, I've been watching the competitive scene and like what people are playing, as well as what like some professional players are saying about characters, because I'm just very interested in the competitive scene. It's actually a lot of fun to watch too. Because I never got into watching Smash 4, Brawl, or Melee. I don't think they're that fun to watch. No, they're fine to watch. I just like never got super into the idea of watching it. And even in Ultimate, I'm not like necessarily scouring to watch these things. I feel like I could get into it, but I don't know why that I just don't wanna. Probably the big tournament for Ultimate I'll watch because I am interested. But anyway, I've been paying attention to stuff and uh, seeing links that like use that bomb to the best of their ability is like crazy. Like they're throwing it around everywhere and then activating it to save themselves or to just at the right time to get someone. You can do some pretty fun stuff with that bomb.
Yeah. Watching professional Smash players is really impressive. Like when I play, I feel like I'm like halfway decent, and then I watch like a pro player, and I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
Kevin, we already proved that you're not half decent at Smash because you lost in the online battle we just had before we recorded this episode.
I choked. That was a fluke. I don't know. Most other situations, I would have at least had it a little more even. I don't know how I turned that lead to just lose.
Do you guys want to play against me?
No.
No, not really.
we can do a 3-way. Just all.
Oh, 3-ways are nice.
Yeah.
Let's take that out of context.
Yeah, 3-ways are very nice.
Make it its own video.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So, Alex, what are your thoughts? Your general thoughts on the game?
This is probably the most I played a Smash game aside from Melee, because Smash 4 was not. It was not fun to play for a lengthy amount of time. When you like immediately got it, it was fun. But then, say, the 3DS version came out, in October, and then the Wii U version that came out after that was in, like, January when that came out or something like that.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't neither confirm nor deny. I'll just assume you're wrong. Go on.
It was just, like, by the time I got the Wii U edition of it, I was bored of Smash already because you could easily do everything inside the first game. But aside from that, I do like Smash Bros. Ultimate, but I do find that there are some quirks in it that just one particular quirk that I'm not a fan of, and that's pretty much the length of the World of Light adventure mode. But we can talk about that later in the episode.
I understand with Smash 4. I think one of Smash 4's problems was content, which is a weird thing for a Smash game to not have as much content.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely hurt it. As far as, because like I enjoyed playing it and with my brothers and whatnot. I like how it felt. I thought it was a good like improvement from Brawl. As far as like the overall like engine, I felt pretty good about it. But yeah, the problem is there wasn't a lot of reasons to come back except like playing with my brothers or anyone else who wanted to play Smash. Like that was the one problem. It's like that was the only reason I came back. For my Ultimate, like I'm coming in for the spirits and whatnot, and the all the modes in it, and online's easier to get into sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Although I need to get that Ethernet cable because I feel bad about having bad connection. So, yeah, and there's been plenty of people playing Ultimate because not a lot of people have the Wii U.
Right. That was.
So that was also big. That was also a big hurdle for Smash 4. Was not as many people I knew actually was able to play it reliably or go over to their place and play it. Because I loved Brawl, and I could come back to Brawl easily. Like, me and my brothers probably played Brawl the most out of any of the Smashes, because Brawl was just amazing, especially the single-player stuff was fantastic.
Yeah.
So Brawl had a lot to offer, a lot of love to give, so you could keep coming back. But Smash 4 didn't have that, Subspace Emissary, and a lot of its single player stuff wasn't like that enticing at all. So, like enticing enough, but like not where it needed to be. So yeah, that was a problem with Smash 4. I still love Smash 4. I still think Smash 4 is great. It's just it was missing a little something something.
Yeah, I really miss
And
Subspace.
I definitely
I
noticed
really
that.
miss Subspace Emissary in Smash 4 when I played it on the DS, because like I played a lot of Brawl because I didn't have a GameCube, so I never got to play Melee that like as much as some people. But I had Brawl on the Wii, and I really like Subspace Emissary. Like the whole story with the cutscenes, and like it just told a nice story throughout, and I really enjoyed playing it. And then 4 rolled
Yeah, that
around, and I was like,
was.
oh, but I like Subspace Emissary.
I can understand why, because Subspace probably was like a lot of development
Yeah.
and like really intense. A lot of things to do there,
Mm.
and I'm sure they didn't just want to like copy and paste, or they wanted to work on the engine, because I can tell with Ultimate and Smash 4 they were working mostly on the engine and making sure like this is viable, especially on the competitive side, because you can tell a lot with Ultimate they're trying to appease the competitive side. Finally, they're trying to like merge the casual and competitive, and make a game that can serve the competitive players, which is good because when you're making a fighting game, you vastly improve longevity if you make it very viable in on the competitive scene, because now people are just playing it, watching it, so on and so forth,
Mm.
dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Your game's not dead if they're playing in tournaments, which is something very fascinating about Melee, although I don't want to talk about that community too much.
Yeah. Well, on that note, off of the Subspace Emissary being missing in 4, but then we now have like a new single player. You want to talk about World of Light?
Yeah. Uh, for my opinion, World of Light, I love World of Light. I think it's great. I like how it does a lot of the characters justice. They get very creative with the, like taking the character, the spirit, and then making some kind of challenge that is related to them. I always find that charming, especially if it's kind of vague on which every character is, and then you kind of think about it and you're like, oh, I get it, because he's this, or like, oh, because he did this a lot, ha ha ha. Like when you figure out like what they were thinking when they made the challenge, it's very
Yeah,
charming.
like I did one last night with it was like the spirit was like a 4-headed red dragon thing, and then the challenge ended up being having to fight like 4 red Charizards at the same time. It's just kind of like, yeah, that's a nice way of like embodying the spirit that is the focus of this.
Yeah, the map is also like gorgeous. All the maps are gorgeous,
Yeah.
and I do think the boss fights are pretty good. I Gilliam and Darkon have a very good like final battle thing. Yeah, so the true like battle at the end, like that's really great. Especially the part where you're you know who and you just fight a bunch of random fighters. Ugh, I don't know. That's technically a spoiler. I don't want to. I don't know if anyone's listening wants that ruin and whatnot, but
Yeah,
yeah,
let's.
when you're
We already talked about. You just mentioned Darkon, so we already spoiled the first
yeah,
part. The second
he's
act.
not like
Eh.
yeah, but the part where you're spoiler warning, the part where you're master hand, that was when that happened. I was like laughing my ass off because that was so funny and so amusing to be master hand.
I, my only problem with it is that that's not a game mode where you can just play as Master Hand and do like a Century Smash with that.
That would be nice if you could secret unlock. They could still add that
They
though. I
could.
think for DLC they should just be like, oh, we added to the Sentry Smash for lols. You can be Master Hand, see how fast you can kill everyone, which is like, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Or how long you can last on your health.
Yeah, just like
That
an
they
endless
give
mode.
you like, yeah, because Master Hand's fun to play.
It was really fun to play as Master Hand, and I really wish there was more you could do with that. There's definitely a lot more you can do, like as for in terms of game modes. We're playing as Master Hand, but I just feel like it's not. It's like you tease us with playing as Master Hand for one fight, but then you have to like go through the entire game just to try to do that again, which bothers me.
Yeah, I get that. Definitely the World of Light. I like that it's long. I think that's good because, I put a lot of hours in it and there was plenty of content
Mm-hmm.
there. So I think that's good.
How many?
The maps are pretty.
The maps are pretty. How many hours did you put into your first run through of World of Light?
I don't know. I had to come back. I also did all the challenges because here I am, mega completionist.
Right.
Let me see if I can open it up here.
Yeah, because I know when I ran through it, getting it to 100%, it took me about 38 hours to do that, which is pretty long.
Yeah, it says the playtime for my game is 30 hours. 29 technically, and I'm pretty sure I've left it on just sitting there before.
Right.
Yeah, I have just about 15.
And you just got into the second act, so.
No, I beat Dark on a second time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on with my second playthrough, 34.
I got like a cutscene that felt like the ending.
Adds the previous one.
Like I felt like I got an end cutscene, but I don't think I didn't get to play as Master Hand. I don't know what I did differently.
You did. No. You need to clear up all the spirits on the last map, and then go down the middle, and you'll fight both Darkon and Gleam at the same time. Yeah, it's a whole epic sequence. I don't want to spoil any more for you, but like it is a really epic sequence. The whole like true final fight is really satisfying.
It is.
Yeah.
I just skewered it to one side.
Very well done.
Also, you get to play as Master Hand, so.
Yeah, I will have to do that. I skewered it to the one side, fought Darkon again, and then it gave me like an end cutscene, and then it kicked me back to the save menu. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm done.
You got one of the bad endings.
Yeah.
You should see the ending when you kill Gleam. It's
dark.
It's really messed up.
Well, the light one's just like, yep, and darkness ceases to exist in the universe. I was like, yeah, I really should have seen that coming. That's kind of what happens.
Yeah, so you gotta collect all the spirits. It's a good time. So yeah, I enjoyed World of Light. I liked it was a different like experience from Subspace Emissary. Subspace Emissary was like platforming, like kind of like Metrovania-esque, mixed with the Smash Bros. Format. Which I hear sometimes some people didn't think worked that much, which I disagree. It worked. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I also like how World of Light did theirs, the round after round with unique scenarios. That's also very good, especially with all the spirits. They're a fun thing to collect them all.
Yeah.
They're more meaningful to collect than the trophies, because the trophies are nice and all, but like you don't use them afterwards. So the fact that spirits you collect and use and level up and have abilities makes you pay attention to them more. Which is nice.
I think the spirits really worked because of the effort they put in to make each one different. Like that setup could have very easily gotten old if they didn't make sure that each fight felt like unique and interesting. As like the fact that they put the effort into making them all different was what really helps it.
Yeah, I think in the end I still prefer Subspace. I think mostly because of the story aspects. It's just how it's replayable. I think it's more replayable than World of Light, definitely. But I'm not gonna give a pass on World of Light. I still think World of Light is fantastically made. And man, imagine if a Smash Bros. Game had like both of them fused.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So.
Because now they developed both. If I were them, I'd be like, all right, we know these two concepts work more or less. Let's do them both at once, please.
Mesh them together.
I wouldn't even mind if they copy and pasted like a lot of the challenges from Ultimate, but then like worked really hard on making a unique like Space Emissary like thing. Because it's just like cool. I can just play this forever, and never play anything else.
There's a couple challenges I'd prefer if they left them off that I thought were particularly annoying. But other than that, then I'd be good.
Yeah, there's always a couple annoying ones. Although you'll be surprised by when you reapproach them, and suddenly they're easy. That was the thing I found out was some of the challenges are like really hard for you, but then you'll have someone else will be like, I didn't have any trouble with that at all, and there'll be one that you had that had no problems with, but then they struggled with. Because my older brother was like next to me a lot of the time playing his own playthrough, and I would hear him be struggling with something that I know I cleared on the first try, but then I was struggling with something that he eventually got to and he cleared on his first try. So I don't know.
like there's like
It happens.
I think there was a 4-star one in the like the base area in the first world before you fight Galeem, that you have to fight like a villager, I think an Incineroar, and then has the assist trophy that's the like green pixel art or the yellow pixel art cowboy that like shoots at you.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that one.
I can't do it. Like I have so much trouble with it because like I'm trying to fight Incineroar and the villager. The villager keeps launching the stinking like rockets that moves.
It's 9 volt. It's
Yeah,
9
9 volt,
volts
that's what
in
he's talking about.
the monster. Yeah, that warrior level. Yeah, that one's. I never struggled too much with that one, but I always could tell how annoying it could be. So like there you
Yeah.
go. Like there's already an
Yeah.
example of like you're struggling with one, but like I cleared it on my first try the first time I fought it.
Yeah.
Second try I actually had more trouble, which is weird.
Just KO the pixel cowboy and
Just
you're good.
happens.
I keep trying to, but then the Incineroar is like right on top of
they're
me
on
trying
D.
to take me down. And then like every
They're
time I
on
get
big D
launched,
right
the
there.
cowboy just keeps shooting me in the air when I try to return to the
Take that out of
platform.
context.
It's
Take
just
what
like,
out of context?
the Incineroar is always on top of me.
Yeah.
That and I said they're big on D, or was it they got big D, something like that. I said something like that, meaning defense, but you know.
Yeah. What did you guys play World of Light
So
with? Like, did you have a character that you stuck with for the most part?
I kept switching because it was fun to switch.
So I started off with just playing as Kirby the entire time, and then I got Falco, and then Star Fox, and I played as them for a while. And then once I got Incineroar, I just kept as Incineroar the entire time.
That's until like the second half though. So
Yeah.
you were doing Spaceys a lot then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played a lot of Bowser because I gave him spirits that like upped his attack and defense when he had less than 30% damage, and then unlocked the abilities that also did the same
You
thing.
don't want to mess with my Boozer.
So I just made him like hit really,
know
really
how
hard,
Bowser-
really fast.
I surprisingly didn't pick Bowser much in World of Light, which is weird because I pick him all the time outside of World of Light. And I've been working on my Bowser a lot, so I feel pretty good about him. But in World of Light, I think I went the villager route because I knew villager, and then I did a surprising amount of regular Link, because you can get him pretty early on. He's just really powerful, so I used a bunch of him. But I then got Simon, and I did a ton of Simon. I really like Simon. I didn't actually do too much Bowser, and I got Ness and did a bunch of Ness. I did Luigi at the very end. Like, for the final boss, I did Luigi, my boy Luigi. So, yeah, I think a lot of Simon more than anyone else. Did I touch Robin? Maybe a little. Ike, I had to wait for. When I got Young Link, I did some Young Link. When I got Ike, I did a lot of Ike, because I always love Ike. So I think I did probably Simon more than anyone else when I think about it. There's this funny thing you can do with Simon that I discovered. If they have curry and they're like breathing fire and whatnot, if you go up to them and do up B, you start doing your up B, you like swoop them up.
Right.
The thing is, they interrupt you with the fire, so you kind of get like halfway your up B, but then you get reset, so you could up B again. And yes, you can continuously up B them, and they cannot stop you, and you will drag them to the top of the screen and kill them.
Jeez.
Every time there was like a boss who was like 3-star, 4-star that had curry, I'd be like, wait. I'd switch to Simon and be like, all right, let's go, and just up B them to the top and kill them like no effort.
That's great.
It's very satisfying.
With World of Light, just to change the subject because I didn't get to voice this earlier. With World of Light, Kevin, you said that each challenge was a little more unique than the other, so it never felt like you were getting bored. I got bored very easily with that towards the end of the game because it did feel like they were repeating some of the challenges over and over again.
Mm.
I don't think they were repeating, but I can understand the feeling of like, I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And to that, I recommend like, if you get tired of doing World of Light, like go do other things or other things for a while.
Yeah,
and then come back. Because I think World of Light's a good thing to do if you want to play Smash, but you're not sure what you want to do at the moment, and if it feels like you've been a while since you touched it, it can be very satisfying to go back to it. Because I have a friend who was doing World of Light for a while, and he got to a point where he was like, you know what, this is not fun. I don't think he's necessarily said it wasn't fun, but like he got to a boss where he got like a little frustrated and decided, you know what, I'm not enjoying this quite as much. So he just plays like level 9 CPUs for a while because his internet sucks. But he's been doing that for a while, and I was talking to him about it, and like he concluded when I was like kind of chatting to him about it, he was like, you know what, yeah, I'll probably go back to it at some point. Like when you feel like, I'm like, yeah, that it's there, like you can go back to it whenever you want. So I can understand. Towards the end, you've been through the gauntlet a bunch,
Yeah.
and when you're in that final part of the map, you have that feeling of like, I want to clear this up as soon as possible so I can get to that final boss because it's so close. So definitely, I agree that you'll be most exhausted on that last map because you'll just be wanting to get to the end, and you'll have been run through the gauntlet, and the end is pretty straightforward. You just clear up the map, so it's not, super, and the background's like cool and all with the particle effects, but it's stagnant for the most part, except for the fact that it moves according to who you're clearing up more, but that's kind of inconsequential, so I get it.
Yeah. Also, what really pissed me off was that when I was working to 100%ing my first playthrough of World of Light, I got up to like 99.34%, and I thought I was missing like one spirit somewhere on the board, so I was scavenging like the entire 3 maps. And
no.
And what happened was that I beat Darkon, or whatever his name was, and then I went to the true ending and beat both of them. But I never fought Galeem one-on-one in that last map.
Right.
And there's nothing telling you that you's like, hey, you actually have to go back and fight Galeem.
Yeah.
So it's like, I thought it was just ridiculous because I spent like a good probably hour trying to find something before I realized like maybe I should just go fight Galeem and see what happens.
Yeah, I was like thinking about that when I was there. I was like, no way I missed a spirit. I like cleaned up. No way. And I was like thinking, is it one of the other bosses? And my older brother is the one who convinced me. He's like, just do it. Just fight the other boss. That's probably it. And I'm like, all right, it probably is. And I beat one of them and then saw that it went up. And I remember like the anticipation of after beating them being like, you better have gone up. You better have gone up. No way in hell did I miss any spirit. Yeah. So luckily I theorized that early on, but I can see if you didn't connect it, that can be quite frustrating.
It was.
So
let's talk about the roster.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
Oh, 70 plus characters.
So many.
And
hell yeah.
And Piranha Plant comes out in February. Yay!
I'm so excited for Joker.
I gotta make sure I redeem my gold points to get PD Piranha.
Yep.
I think I did it. I've gotten the reminder several times to do it, and I think I have.
He's just Piranha Plant.
Okay, fine.
He's not even PD Piranha. He is just Piranha Plant.
Just a Piranha.
That is significant, because if it was PD Piranha, it'd be like, oh, a Mario character. But no, it's a Mario minion. Piranha Plant.
Why can't we have Goomba?
It's equivalent to a Shy Guy or a Goomba or a Koopa.
Again, why can't we have Goomba?
It's a minion.
I want Goomba now. Give me Goomba.
Goomba's thing would be he has no specials. He can do like his side smashes like Kirby's kick. That's all he's got. And if you jump on him, he dies immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just footstool him and that's done.
Yeah, hey, that'd be the perfect character to play as when you're trying to go easy on your girlfriend.
True.
Yeah, I feel like that's so patronizing. That's like, wow, you picked the literal trash character.
And could you imagine if she still managed to lose to you? How like terrible that would be. It was like, I lost to a Goomba.
That I'd feel good about it, because then I'd be like, oh man, I must be really good.
Well, yeah, you'd feel good.
You'd feel good.
Like,
but she'd feel awful.
Like, yeah, I got beaten by the first enemy of Mario.
Although, to be fair, Goomba has killed Mario many, many, many times.
That's
true.
Regardless of how useless he is as an entity who is just a mushroom with feet, he has slaughtered Mario countless times. Always remember that. if you've played the original Mario Bros. Or any like of the basic platforming Marios, you have run headfirst into him before, and he's murdered your ass.
Okay, so Andres, we're not at the Hall of Villainy yet, but hold that, and we'll get back to that.
We'll get back to Goomba.
Goomba.
So back to the roster though. You guys have
Right.
all the characters unlocked, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. Who do you guys play as the most?
Incineroar.
Yeah, okay.
Green Incineroar.
Specifically Green Incineroar.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play regular Link a lot, though. Bowser's grown on me playing him a lot during World of Light, and I want to get good at Samus. I just need to actually play as Samus.
Play Dark Samus. She's
Okay.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and it's for a very small reason, but Dark Samus is slightly shorter, and because of that, when she launches her B attack, the big charge blast, if Pichu ducks, Samus's ball will go over Pichu's head. But if Dark Samus shoots her, she's just short enough that'll actually hit Pichu who's ducking. Yeah, it's like really slight, but like that counts every now and then. Because you do not want to fight that annoying Pichu who just ducks and dodges your big move, and you're like,
wow.
Yeah, there's other like characters, any character that can get that short, it'll go over their head. So yeah, pick Dark Samus. Also, Dark Samus just looks cool when she does that double jump. Or it does that double jump.
Incineroar taunts after every move.
But nonetheless though, Samus and Dark Samus are pretty like, they're one of those echoes that are almost the same. So honestly, if you practice just Samus, you'll get good at Dark Samus. You practice Dark Samus, you get good. So you can pick whatever.
Okay.
If you're I guess if you're fighting against a short character, switch to Dark Samus. Okay. But like, yeah, you can play either one. They translate. It's the same for Peach and Daisy. And Richter and Simon. A lot of the echoes are pretty similar. Ken and Ryu being the most unique, and there is a notable difference between the Fire Emblem echoes, because Chrome's going to have that different up B, but he's a lot more disgustingly aggressive on the ground, but of course he gets edge guarded a lot easier. And then Lucina and Marth's got the sweet spot. Lucina's got it evenly spread out, so it depends on how you like playing that moveset, if you like getting them like positioned correctly, or if you just want to come in and wherever they are, hit good. So yeah, that's my bit about Samus. As far as what I'm playing,
yes.
Ever since Brawl, Ness has been my main, because it's kind of funny how it happened. I'm not sure if I told you guys the story yet, but when me and my brothers were playing Brawl, we played it all the time, so much obsessively. I remember I even missed the stage creator in Brawl. Ugh, they should bring that back. I liked it in Brawl. I hate it in Smash 4. The drawing, it makes it so much wonkier. But like when it was blocks with like how much you could put in, we made so many. There were so many fun things we did. Like when we made the maze, we played the maze so many times. But anyway, we played it a bunch, and at some point we started doing this thing where we were like, top 10, where we'd pick 10 guys and go from our worst to best. And at the time, like, my dude was Ike, because I played Roy a lot in Melee. Like, that was my guy in Melee, and that's what got me into Fire Emblem, and I love Path of Rain to Rain It Down with a passion, so Ike is, like, my boy. I always wanted him to be the best with him against all my characters, but I'll get to how that changed. So we go from 10. I think mine was like Donkey Kong for 10, and we go up closer to our best, and then we get finally to our best. Javi would be Mario as always, Tomas would be Kirby as always, and I would pick Ike. But at some point, for some reason, I put Ness in like my top 10 and would be him like around 7, And we were just playing characters, and every now and again be picking Ness here and there, and one day I'm playing Ness, I'm doing really well, and my brothers stop and they look at me and they just go, "You're really good with Ness." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And then I started playing Ness more, and I started moving him up higher and higher. And at some point, and all three of us were just concluding that like, I'm really good at Ness and I should keep playing him. And so I just kept playing Ness because I don't know, he just clicked with me, and I've been maining him ever since, and unfortunately I did not finish Earthbound, and I really need to.
That actually brings up a good point of one of the great things about Smash Bros. Is that it has that great nostalgia factor that makes you want to go back and play old games, just seeing them fight against each
Yeah.
other. Like, because of how much I played Smash Bros. Ultimate, I've gone back and played Star Fox 64 on the 3DS and
Yeah.
Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to finish up Castlevania because I beat Castlevania 1 way back when on a hunt, like on a random like spree, and I really liked it. Although it was frustrating, it's a tough game. Oh boy. And I didn't finish Castlevania 2 because my data got deleted because I was playing on an emulator on my phone. So that's I wanna get into Castlevania because I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But
I still gotta watch the
that's
Netflix
something you
show.
can do. Yeah. Although, yeah, so I've been playing Ness ever since, and I'm pretty damn good with him. And in Smash Ultimate, I've been trying to get my Bowser better, because, like, I just fell in love with Bowser in Ultimate because there's new speed buffs and how good heavies are now. So I was playing Bowser, like, a lot, and I was doing, like, weirdly well against my little brother, who's historically been the best out of me and my brothers. But, like, for a while, his Mario, which is the one he's practiced the most, could not, like, touch my Bowser. And so I was getting, like, obsessed with Bowser and, like, this is it. I'm going to be a Bowser main now. So I've been doing a lot of Bowser. And recently, out of the blue, I started playing Robin and realized how, like, neat he is to play. And he started clicking with me. So right now, my top three are Ness, Bowser, and Robin in that order. Because you can do a lot of neat things with Robin that I really like. Which surprised me because I wasn't thinking Robin because I wanted young Link and Ike and Simon to be like pretty comfortable with me, but I just went with Bowser, Ness, and Robin. You know, what feels right feels right. You know.
Yeah.
Although what it was kind of disheartening was realizing how much better I am at Ness than the other two. Because when I went to Puerto Rico recently, I played with a cousin of mine, my cousin Tito. Like we were playing Smash Bros a bit because he is actually quite well practiced, and he's a Lucas main. Because I hate fighting Lucas more than anyone else. Like I'm perfectly fine with fighting an S, but I just hate fighting Lucas. It's the most annoying thing my little brother whips out on me. But we were playing, and I was playing Bowser, and I was doing fine. But then all of a sudden, I decided to switch to Ness, and even though he was doing really well, as soon as I whipped out Ness, I like stomped him real hard, and I stopped and went, I guess Ness is still my main, and I have to accept this because the difference was night and day. And I thought it was not, but because it doesn't feel that way when I fight NPCs. But when I was fighting him, it felt that way.
I can't play Ness or Lucas because I'm no good at the recovery, like the lightning move where you have to hit yourself.
Yeah, PK Thunder.
Yeah, I'm no good at it. It's like it, and just because it's such an important move to get, and I'm no good at it. I've just never really like played any of them.
It's also super dangerous because you can really cheese someone trying to come back. Like you can jump down and let yourself get hit by the PK Thunders to let them die. You can also like Rosalina especially can flex real hard on Ness because she can just jump down and do like her collecting thing. And since she has good recovery and has like a good hitbox, like she's gonna catch your PK Thunder, put it in her pocket, and leave. And you'll be like, "Thanks,
Thank you. I'll take
thanks."
that.
There you go. It's mine.
So, but yeah, the PK Thunder takes a while to like get used to. Sure, I totally understand because people complain about Ness mains. Like, trust me, they do because we're a vicious breed of Smash player. So I've heard the complaint of like PK Thunder isn't that hard. Like, don't act like it's such a big thing. But I'm like, yeah, but like intense moments, you can really mess. Like if you don't get it right every time, you can really mess yourself up. Especially when it becomes a situation of I have to aim for the ledge as opposed to just doing the default workaround. Because it's really easy. Like I can show you how to do the basic like it's really easy to get a certain angle where it's just like you just flick the controller in a very basic like roundabout circle. You can always get a certain angle that's really reliable. It's kind of like a I would say 90. It's 90 plus 45. It's like a 135-degree angle from the ground. It's like pretty easy to get with it. After that, it becomes a lot more trickier to like master the using it offensively and to be tricky dicky because I do a lot of tricky stuff with it because it's very satisfying way to play. That's probably why I like Ness a lot. There's a lot of like technical things I can do with him. That's probably why I like Robin a lot now. Although Bowser, because I know I love having reliable smash attacks, and I love high kill potential on my characters, back throw Ness all the way. Levin Sword on Robin, yeah, and Bowser being a heavy. I love my heavies.
Yeah.
Incineroar's moveset is based off of wrestling moves.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
they just
awesome.
extended it from his already clear wrestling inspiration in Pokemon Sun and Moon. They just doubled down on it.
Yeah,
like you were just telling me when we were playing about his whip move.
Yeah, his side B is called the Alolan Whip, which is based off the Irish Whip in wrestling.
Yeah, I played a lot of Incineroar too because he was one of the ones I originally wanted to really get into.
Mm-hmm.
I think I decided other characters over him, but he's one that I have like played plenty of. So yeah, like I can help spar with you, get some tricks. I learned some nice tricks about him.
Yeah.
Especially with coming back to stage is real rough.
It is real rough.
There's a couple things you can do.
Yeah. I will learn.
Especially if they do challenge you, you can just like suicide that up B with them. Especially if you're above like the platform line, like if you're Final Destination, if you're above the platform line, you can do up B early on and still make it back to stage. Like you don't plummet all the way down the entire duration.
Right.
So that can be pretty nasty because that tip will spike. So if they're coming at you, you can like risk it an up B and try to poke him, smack him down, come back to stage, which is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching you try to do the recovery when we were playing, Alex. It looked really tricky.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You do use the side B, right?
Yeah, I do use side B to get
back.
some distance in.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing a spirit in World of Light and watching it do it, and I knocked it off the edge, and then it just ended up doing like the kick down. I was like, well, that looked like a hard recovery. Like almost all of the other spirits can just like easily get back onto the platform a couple times until you launch them, but it's just like the Incineroar just kind of like choked on it and just went down. And I was like, oh, that looks hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sometimes feel like he's on little Mac levels of recovery. Although it's easy. Although the difference is that Incineroar can be pretty threatening when he's off stage. Like the up B spikes, he can side B you so he can grab you and then switch places with you in order to like help himself come back. That's the one time you want to fail doing the Alolan Whip is when you're trying to come back to stage, so that way you're further on the left and they kind of like fall off on the right. So it helps get you to the vantage, which is nice. So Incineroar has options when he's off stage. Little Mac has none.
Yeah.
But like overall, their ability to get back to stage is about the same. It's just Little Mac can't do anything in the air except his side B, and that can go horribly wrong.
Why is Incineroar C tier? I don't believe you.
He's being used in tournaments actually. Don't fret. He's been even used in tournaments. I think. At first, people were looking at him, putting him in higher tiers because they thought he's might be the best heavy. Although people were saying that about, I forget, was it Bowser?
King K. Rool?
Because that was like initial observations. Things keep changing because it's so early in the game. No one's sure about anything. King K. Rool was looking like unstoppable early on, but I haven't seen in the meta like people use him much because one professional player made like the observation that his belief that that King K. Rool is a great noob stomper and it's going to be good for a while. But people are going to get used to how to fight him, and he is not going to be able to do much when you do figure him out. Because, like he pointed out, that up B is like really powerful and all, but he is vulnerable on the sides, and so when people get good against the matchup and know how to like expose that, among other things, like that's when he's going to start to struggle. Although people are making that prediction for heavies in general that they're going to get worse over time. I'm hoping though that they're not. I think they're definitely a lot more viable in the past games, and I feel like they're gonna somehow remain afloat. But that's probably just me being hopeful because I love Bowser and I love heavies.
Yeah, Bowser's really fun to play. Like, I remember, like, I actually really enjoyed playing him. Like, I tried back in Brawl to play him, and I just didn't do it properly. Like, I couldn't do any heavies properly, despite the fact that when I first started playing Brawl, I, for some reason, thought I was good at Ganondorf. And then, like, I forget what I ended up picking up and trying as, like, something else to mix it up, and then immediately, like, realized it was like, oh, this is much better. I was like, why did I play him?
Yeah. I've been playing heavy since Brawl 2. I love Bowser and Brawl. I would flex on people all the time with the side Bs. I suicide bomb real hard. Trust me. I once was a real bully at one of these summer camps where I knew like I was gonna be the best. I was gonna win this tournament, so I picked Bowser. And the way I would end every round is I would either have 3 or 2 stocks on them, and they have 1 stock left. While they're 0%, side B off the cliff, finish it faster. Because I'm like, I'm gonna win this tournament as fast as possible. Very mean of me. Obviously, there wasn't a lot more Smash playing after that. I think I discouraged everyone. So, yeah, I love me some Bowser. I can show you plenty of tips and tricks to up your Bowser game because I've been like really focusing on neat things you can do with him.
Okay.
I'm optimistic about Incineroar floating around mid-tier at his worst. I don't think he's ever gonna really be bottom tier because I feel like his kit will save him because he's got a lot of power. He actually has the strongest back throw. Ness used to, but his back throw has trumped that.
Oh, you mean the German suplex?
Yeah, his German suplex, and it deals a lot of damage, so it's pretty gross.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, and with his counter, you know, giving him even more kill to potential, especially with a grapple move, like he's got strong grabs and he can power them with a counter. Which, by the way, did you know the counter stacks?
It does? I didn't know that.
If you counter 2 things in a row, it stacks.
Oh.
It stacks.
Oh, Kevin, I'm gonna kick you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like he'll somehow survive. I don't know if he'll ever be high tier or he'll make too many appearances in like big tournaments, but I don't feel like the Incineroar player should be discouraged because out of all the games so far, Smash Ultimate looks to be the most balanced so far because I've been seeing tournaments and like the picks are all over the place. Just based off the recommended like YouTube videos, like they have been all over the place. And that's really satisfying to see is that there's a lot of variety right now.
Yeah, and if one's too powerful, you can just go tweak it.
And Pichu is S tier.
Oh yeah, you can
You
do that.
go into the settings and tweak it.
Yeah.
I have seen who people are thinking are the best ones right now.
Pichu.
Because they're getting a lot of results. No. Although people at first thought Pikachu was better, but it's looking like Pichu's actually better because when you practice him, like he can be quite like, in your face, and his power is not lacking.
Yeah.
So his aerials are actually pretty gross.
Yeah, I saw that they put him in the S tier, and I was like, what? There's no way.
Yeah, he's doing very well. I don't know what tier list you're looking at. There's a lot, and they're all subjective. Dude.
Yeah.
But the 2 have been consistently praised. Inkling, because she can do some silly stuff, man. She can rack up that damage, and then overall she's great. And the roller is just such a comfy kill confirm.
Yeah.
And then her recovery is omnipotent. But the one that looks like everybody's list of the recent one, because at first everyone was saying Pikachu was going to be the best, like pre-release. But then, like afterwards, everyone was saying Inkling is the best. Pikachu has fallen somewhat from grace, but Inkling is still consistently seen as like high-end, top tier. But Peach and Daisy are looking to be the ones to be the unstoppable monsters because they can do a lot.
Yeah.
Really.
All right. We're about an hour, 10 minutes into this. I think we've talked about Smash it long enough, unless there's any like final thoughts.
Yeah, anything else that we want to touch on, like the fact that the music
10
plays
out of
great.
10. Which Smash again?
Yeah.
Yeah, before we move on, let's just like from the three of us, let's just give it like a grade, like out of 10, I guess. If you want
to. Yeah, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I only had like minor gripes on a couple things, like with the spirit board. I don't like when you beat the spirit, how you then have to shoot through the spinning barrier thing, because I feel like it's hard enough to beat like a 4-star spirit, and then to just be like, all right, now time this right. Oh, you missed. Bummer, you don't get it.
Yeah. Although they did make it so that if you see that spirit again, the progress you made on the ring will carry over.
That's good. I just kind of feel like I got gypped from like beating it and then just being like, oh, but you don't get it because you missed the shot. And it's just like, oh, dang it. But the music player is very good, though. I want to say, like, the fact that they gave you the ability to go through all of the tracks in the game and make playlists and then listen to them, that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Recently I saw it at an airport, some guy was walking around with his Switch, but like he wasn't playing games on it. He had his headphones in it, and I could tell he's using it for that. That's good.
I did that with Sonic Generations on the 3DS. They had a similar thing where you can just make a playlist. You can play songs from the soundtrack of like all Sonic games, and I just did that. Listen to it on the bus.
Yeah, it's great.
But I'm very happy with Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm definitely gonna be playing it for years to come. It's just my best Smash. It's just best all around Smash.
Yeah, I agree. Best all around Smash Brothers game that they've released. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I can tell because like I'm eager to like fight people in it more than ever.
Because more than likely we're all gonna fight each other right after this podcast.
Oh yeah,
probably.
Yeah, but the fact that I've been the most eager to like have a round of Smash Ultimate says volumes.
Yeah.
All right, so Hall of Villainy.
Hall of Villainy.
Pick villains and make our cases to why they should be in the Hall of Villainy, and then we'll put up a poll on Twitter, which we should probably say now. We forgot to put up for the last episode for the Red Dead podcast episode.
So there's going to be 2 polls.
Yeah, we'll put 2 polls up to go with this episode. One for the villains that we're going to propose now, and then one for the villains from the Red Dead Redemption episode.
Yeah, but Bowser's always going to win.
Yeah, but Bowser's going to win.
I think Dutch is pretty good.
Executive decision.
Ooh, Dutch. Ooh, what does he do? What does he do?
Dutch?
Does he play golf?
Does he drive go-karts?
Go-karts?
Go-karts hadn't been invented
How many
yet.
children does he have? I have a whole bunch?
Nah.
I think so.
I actually don't know.
Does he pay child welfare?
Definitely not. He doesn't have enough money. He can't even afford a voyage to another country in Red Dead 2.
Yeah, well, Bowser has multiple castles.
Does he represent a diverse?
He doesn't even live in his castles. He just puts them there and is like, I might have Peach in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Bowser
very clearly has a lot of cash to flaunt.
And clearly, the Mushroom Kingdom is on his side because, like, who do the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom follow? Who do the Koopas and Goombas work for? Sacrifice their lives to?
They can't follow him. They got turned into bricks. They can't follow him.
It's not confirmed.
They're stone.
It's not confirmed.
It is. It's in the manual for Super Mario Brothers 3.
Did you?
Fine. Because we talked about it last time.
Fine. All right. Well, it doesn't matter because the rest of there's still a hefty part of the country that sides Bowser. Okay.
Yeah, but
his invading army.
But hey, we should reiterate why Bowser's the best because I've already made that argument and it was ironclad and obviously true. So let's just who's your current villain that you're going to propose, Kevin?
Well, before we do that, let's just reiterate for the poll that we're launching out. 3 choices for the first poll are going to be Bowser, Dutch,
and Micah. Dutch and Micah from Red Dead Redemption 2, and then Bowser from all of the Mario games.
If you don't know who Bowser is at this point in the podcast, I fear for you.
And also, what do you listen to a gaming podcast if you don't know who Bowser is?
They know who Green Mario is.
Yeah, Green Mario's iconic.
Yeah, he's arguably the better Mario.
He is. First of all, yes, he is, and I'm not joking. He is. Luigi's the man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Like Bowser doesn't mess with him or his lady because he knows.
True.
He's got that energy. Let me just tell you. All right, go on.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this month. Who's going first?
I can go first if you want.
All right, go
All
first.
right. So, well, okay. So, did you guys see Into the Spider-Verse?
No.
No,
I
No.
want
Ah,
to.
dang it.
it's
Well,
worth going to see. I just haven't saw it.
Yeah, same.
Well, that was my villain pick for it. I was gonna say Kingpin from that, because
Oh.
they really nicely did Kingpin in the movie to be like a really solid villain that you still hate, and he's like cold and like has that kind of like aura that Kingpin usually has, but they added like a little bit of like a humanity aspect to him that like you can see the like beginnings of his spiral that's like driving him through the movie, which I really
You
like.
could say Kingpin in general, because him and Daredevil is very good.
That's true, but I haven't seen Daredevil in a while.
Okay. Oh,
Got
well, have you
canceled.
seen the season 3 of Daredevil?
No.
Well, Kingpin and Bullseye are amazing in that. Although I liked Bullseye a lot, so I'd probably pick Bullseye over Kingpin. But Kingpin has been consistent through the 3 seasons, so he's pretty great.
All right. So yeah, so I guess we'll just do Kingpin in general because he's a
Yeah.
very accomplished mob boss to manage like the criminal underworld of New York, and especially his role in the Spider-Man PlayStation game, where he was apparently keeping all of the villains in check from running rampant around New York.
Yeah.
And the moment he got arrested, everything started falling apart.
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
Well, so I thought very much about my pick this week. I saw a lot of movies since the last time I've been on a podcast, and I thought to myself, what?
You didn't see Spider-Man though?
No, I didn't see Spider-Man. I saw Creed 2, and I saw Aquaman, and I thought to myself, maybe I should induct. That's a new thing now.
Induct.
We're inducting people.
Who are you inducting today?
So I was thinking about doing Ivan Drago from the Rocky franchise because I thought he was very well portrayed in Creed 2. Then I thought maybe Black Manta from Aquaman, for reasons I don't know. Then I thought, no, neither one of those are good enough because I already had the perfect pick months ago. So I'm bringing back Thanos. He deserves his shot once again to be inducted into the Hall of Villainy. And
I didn't know I was cleared to bring people back.
You've always been cleared. It's just you can't do it in two months in a row.
Oh, it's 2 months in a row?
Yeah.
That was the thing. You never told me what my birth was on when I could bring Megatron back. You were just, no, it's too soon. No, it's too soon. No, it's too soon.
It's been months, Kevin. You can bring him back now.
All right. I'll do that on the next one then.
So yeah, Thanos. Infinity War was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you've been living underneath a rock, Brian.
Yeah, that's true. Brian's not here to bring up that he hasn't seen it.
Wow.
I really hope he has now that Christmas rolls around, because that was always his thing, was that he was like, I'm gonna wait till somebody gets it for me for Christmas, and then we told him that it's coming out on Netflix.
It's on Netflix now.
Yeah, go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. It's fantastic.
Like, Thanos had great intentions during the movie of balancing the universe because there's too
killing
many people
everybody.
in it. Exactly. I mean, how else would you solve that problem, Kevin? By making more
individually
resources.
murdering everyone, but go on.
Yep. I mean, that was the strategy before. That's what he was doing at the beginning, but that was
No, but like
too long.
personally, with like a ridiculous weapon, like a shoe. Like he would just go to grandma, kill her with a shoe. Go to the daughter, kill her with a shoe. Like one house at a time, one person at a time. And they're like, we can't stop this man. His shoe is too large.
That's not ridiculous enough. You need it's something like a pineapple.
No, he needs like a helicopter.
No, that's too practical.
Yeah. A chancleta. Oh, God. You guys don't know. Having an Hispanic parent, let me tell you, the chancleta. It's Spanish for sandal. Like, when we are young, when us individuals with Hispanic parents, are young. They threaten us with mom will threaten you with the chancleta. She'll be like, "Don't make me get the chancleta." That's like, don't make me get the belt. But like they can make the sandal hurt far more than the belt. Because like my parent, because I did get hit
Jeez.
with the belt at some point, but like I gotta tell you, the chancleta was still scarier.
I remember with the scene in Coco when the grandmother threatens him with the
chancleta.
yeah,
Chancleta.
like, she had that off so fast in that movie.
Yeah, because that's how they do it. that's how Hispanic moms do it. They know it. It's the sandal, man. It's chancleta. Some scary stuff. But God, what were we saying?
But yeah.
Yeah, you said
Thanos.
Thanos. I'm for mine. I want to say because my older brother's been playing Persona 5, and I know you guys don't know it, but the Persona 4 main villain, I adore him. He's one of my favorite. I can't. The thing is, the whole game is a mystery. Like part of it's the mystery aspect. So I can't say the name of the main bad guy because it's a huge spoiler warning because it's a good reveal even if like you do figure it out before, which I had my suspicions sure when I played the game.
So you can't give us the name, Andres.
I can't. What
so
are we gonna put in the poll?
You can put Persona 4's
Persona 4
the murderer in Persona 4. You could just say that.
I feel like that's gonna be a hard sell if you actually want him to be inducted into the Hall of Villainy because
I know.
We need a person to induct.
Because what I find fascinating is his reasons is because my explanation of it is how he juxtaposes a lot of what the game's about because in a way what's big in the game is creating social links with people, and in those social links you pretty much just hang out with people, but they always face some kind of obstacle in their life and they grow from it. Like that's the big thing, and Persona 4 especially, it's all the social links are mostly like down to earth stuff, like normal stuff people deal with, and how they like go past it and get better from it and grow as people through this kind of everyday thing. Kind of like how this one kid was struggling in school because he wanted to be at the top of the class, but a new kid came in and he's getting like better grades, and so he kind of had like this crisis. But afterwards, he realized like I'm actually friends now with the kid who's like smarter than me, like who's getting better grades than me. Like I realized like that's not everything, and so like that's a really like down to earth like good lesson and whatnot. It's like all these characters are growing from their thing, and overall the theme of the overall like feeling of the game is like very happy and very like life is worth living and there are good things and friendship and all that. But the main villain is an example of someone who like didn't grow from an obstacle they met in their life, rather gave up and saw only the bad parts of life, as opposed to you who experienced like all the good parts of people and how they can grow. But he as a person is someone who didn't grow from it, instead turned and went down a bad path and is showing great apathy and cynicism towards everything and the world, and it directly juxtaposes like who your character is and what you've experienced. But at the same time, like throughout those things, you do see some like lousy parts of people. So, he's writing that is that like part of his justification. And in the end, he is very immature and childish even. But nonetheless, I find it profound because I don't think you need to be like super serious or super, like uptight. You can be like childish or mature and still be an effective villain because there's still a motive there in what they stand for. And yeah, it's a bit edgy, but like it's relatable, like that kind of feeling of like everything's crappy and I realize I can do what I want here and I'm gonna do it, and you kids keep talking about your friendship and whatnot, but like in the end when you grow up, like the world is going to be like crappy to you too, so I don't want to hear all this friendship crap because like that's pretty much your go-to is the whole like I keep calling it the friendship crap, but like what kind of thing I'm talking about, like when characters talk like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way he opposes that, and on top of that, I think not only does he represent like a perfect opposition towards the protagonist as like a perfect like the other side of the protagonist, which is also cool because you have personas in the game and his persona is like an evil version of yours, and so like it really helps support that how he juxtaposes the protagonist. But in addition to that, I think his presentation is good because he's his vicious side, his like conniving side, his words when they like bite are really good. In addition to like having an innocent appearance beforehand, like and everything, like all those like different facets of his character really come out, and he's so fascinating to me because just all these facets of him, his presentation, what he means, and his monologue also on point. So I just think he's fantastic, and I adore him.
Right, see, so that's a great argument.
Yeah.
That's a great argument. But we don't know who you're talking about.
No.
And we can't put the name in there because you refuse to tell us the name.
Yeah,
when in reality, Kevin can just Google it.
Just put down on the survey Sergeant Terry's black silhouette friend from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Don't.
Did you see that episode yet?
Don't Google it.
I'm sad Brian's not here to get this joke.
I have not seen it. I stopped watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine way back when. I did not want to stop watching, but I just did.
Briefly, there's a bit in the beginning of the first season where like Terry's trying to have a thing because he's been on desk duty because he's afraid to go to the field, and Captain Holt's trying to get him to shoot a target so that he can get recertified, and the target's a black silhouette, and one of his excuses to avoid shooting it is like, I'm trying, he looks like a friend of mine. And Holt's like, you have a friend who's just a black silhouette. So there we go. So that's Andres' pick.
I would put it
black silhouette.
Put it as the true culprit in Persona 4.
All right, so we've got black silhouette as Andres' pick.
Yeah.
Alex's pick is a guy who's already lost the poll, and then my pick is Kingpin, the clear winner.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna lose the Thanos.
I know,
honestly.
like I had no chance because I had to avoid the spoilers, and I had to like.
What spoilers? We're not gonna play the game.
I'm like. I'm still gung-ho about getting you guys to play it.
Just let him do it. He can give up. He can give up winning if he doesn't want to give us anything.
All right, fine.
Just hopefully he doesn't win, because then whenever we do that collected graphic that you want of all the villains that have been put in so far, it'll be
Goomba as mine, and let's see if that wins without me explaining whatsoever.
Okay, so after a 10-minute explanation on what the main villain of Persona 4 is, we're putting in Goomba instead.
No, you know what, Alex? Just do it. We'll do it as an experiment on it. Just do 4 options on it, and do Kingpin, Thanos, the black silhouette from Persona 4, and Goomba, and we'll see who wins.
Okay, there we go. We know what we're doing now.
Cool.
There we go.
Well, that's unfair. Now I have a 2/4 chance of winning.
No, you don't.
Goomba's gonna win.
I think they probably combine together. I can't wait until we come back. I can't wait till we come back in the next episode and just like, I can't believe Goomba won.
You know what? Take off Persona 4's villain. Put just Goomba. I'm putting all my tokens on Goomba.
Goomba.
I can't wait for the Alex rant when Thanos loses again, and this time it's to a Goomba.
No, I respect Goomba.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So but I recommend Persona 4 Golden, and my older brother finished it up on his PS Vita, so I am willing to lend it as long as I get it back. To
the user with a PS Vita? Which is not me.
Oh, no, I straight up lend the whole PS Vita. Okay. To get people to play, I straight up lend up the whole piece. I'm not asking anyone to buy a dead console. But since it's portable, like I just like, and I have like the special like handle thing too that extends the battery. So I just hand you like the thing in the hard case and like the cables and another like soft case and then the handheld thing, and then like that's it. You're done. You're good.
Maybe it'll come out for the Switch.
Maybe.
Persona 5e is coming out for Switch.
There you go.
It's just Persona 5, not 4.
Okay.
Maybe I'll play that.
Persona 5's villain is more like a Shida.
Is it Joker?
No. But he's more of like the antithesis of like the adults doing horrible things. So he's less of like a fool around like person like Persona 4's. He's more of like the culmination of just like the worst people, you know? So because like if you talk about his name or like what his origin was, it doesn't really give you that.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, on that note, it's time to wrap up this episode of the Evil Quacks Podcast. Thank you to everybody that is listening. We make sure to check us out on Patreon if you're listening to this on YouTube. Follow us on social media like Facebook and Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter so you can get access to, so you can see the polls that go up.
Or on Patreon. It goes up on Patreon too.
That too.
You can look at both. And check out our YouTube channel and Patreon for more content like this and some fun Let's Plays. And we will see you next time.
Vote Goomba. Vote Goomba for president.
Kingpin.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit subscribe and the bell next to it so you don't miss a future video. Also, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Evil Quacks to get exclusive rewards such as extended videos, podcasts, t-shirts, and more. All proceeds will go towards helping us make video games and these videos. You can follow Evil Quacks on social media using the handles on your screen now. And always remember, be evil.